Hey guys, Yasmina here from Ancestral.com. Now, really quick, somebody asked me to say a little bit on sweetening, and they asked a while back. So, sweetening, one thing first, and the most important thing, you can only sweeten people. You can't sweeten things. So, all those, if you're seeing this, I'm not really quite sure, sweetening money doesn't work like that because a person can have a sweet disposition towards you. Money is just an object, it's just a thing. It has no feelings, no nothing. So just use your common sense a little bit when it comes to things like this. Don't just do what everybody else does. Don't have that herd mentality. There's no need for that, especially not in this. If you want to grab your freaking destiny by the horns, you have to think for yourself. Um, so you're sweetening only people, so that can be if you're a student, your teachers, or your boss, or um, boyfriends, husbands, other significant other, stuff like that. That's the kind of sweetening that you can do. So how do you do that? You don't really even need jars. You don't. Sometimes jars are not necessary, and sometimes jars can be very detrimental depending on the person's character too. So if this person is, I don't know, like outgoing and stuff like that, and you put them in that jar to sweeten them to you, they're gonna feel claustrophobic, they're gonna feel closed in. So yeah, so don't, it's not, jars are not for everything. So how can you sweeten somebody if it's not a jar? You can put their name in a freaking in your sugar bowl, you know, or just leave it as a bowl, leave it open. Put some sugar, put a name, put a picture, put personal concern, put herbs that deal with that kind of stuff. I'm not here to teach you what herbs deal with that stuff. You guys can do your own research. I hate putting things in front of people on a platter. Um, so think outside of the box or outside of the jar. It doesn't have to be a jar. Um, it can be even made like a charm. It can be in a cloth or something. It doesn't always have to be a jar, and it really doesn't really always need candles. So if you think that it needs to warm up and stuff like that, then the candle that you will be using on top of that jar, if you're using a jar, it's better off to be a tea light, not a freestanding candle, because the tea light continuously puts heat on that. So that's that.